So, Assassin's Creed Shadows sales are out, and it's way worse than you think. So, 2 months ago, the Ubisoft launched another quadruple A game, a title the CEO himself called a make or break for the company. Within days, Ubisoft probably announced 3 million players, or 3 billion if you count Ubisoft Plus glorified DRM, as Ubishills celebrated, declaring their God's greatest gift to mankind shattered all gaming records, yet no one knew the sales numbers. Where are the sales numbers? March's top 10 games on Steam and PlayStation by units sold. Is this an extrapolation? How do we know these numbers are legitimate? Where did you get these numbers? I mean, because if this is just an extrapolation, I don't really think it's that big of a deal, right? Yeah, this is it. Open your curtain. Yeah, I don't know what this is. And even Assassin's Creed 1. So, is Assassin's Creed Shadows less than Assassin's Creed Valhalla yet? Let's see. It happened. 562? That's it. It's over, gentlemen. Assassin's Creed Shadows has now been beat out by Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a game that was added to Steam almost 7 years ago. Because the game's cheaper? That must be the reason why. I think you're right. That's the real reason why. Ghost of Tsushima sold that many copies in just 3 days. This brings the total to 2.4 million copies sold across all platforms. Well, let's go ahead and let's do some math, right? And so if they've sold 2.4 million copies, so let's see, 2,000, okay, so 2.4 million. Let's add 300,000 because we're just really nice guys and we want to assume the best, right? Okay, so how much do you think that the game cost? How much did the game cost to make? So I would say, let's look this up. How much did Assassin's Creed Shadows cost to make? Between 250 and 350 million. This is an AI overview, which means that it's completely accurate, and there's nothing about it that would be wrong. So let's go ahead and assume that they sell this game for an on average, because Steam is going to take a cut, but a lot of these are being sold on PlayStation as well. So you see PC and PlayStation, but PC is the primary driver of these sales. So we are going to assume that the sale price is approaching $70. So let's be super generous and assume that we sell every single copy for $70. Okay, times 70. So 189 million. And then you're obviously going to subtract a little bit of the marketing costs and everything else and distribution. Let's divide this by, would you say 20% or so? I'd say 20%. Let's do 15. So divided by 100 times 85. So we have $160 million that they have made from this game at the most generous expectation, right? Do we add in-game purchases? Well, I'm averaging everything together, right? And so, and so this is 160 million. So if the AI is believed to be accurate, there is a chance that Ubisoft has only lost $90 million. That's pretty good. Guys, how many of you, whenever you're doing your report to your company that you work at, you tell the board, you tell your boss, I've got good news. We only lost $90 million. I'm pretty sure if you work at the Pentagon, you'd probably get promoted. But anywhere else, you'd be out on your fucking ass. Holy fuck, guys. Can you put a price on pretending to care about women and black people, though? Yeah, I would say it was a negative with this. I think that the amount of controversy with it was hugely negative. The Chuds win again. It's gonna be so... You know what's gonna be so funny? Is when China, like Tencent... Actually, not win. This has already happened. You realize that Ubisoft has already... Like, they're dead, right? They're dead. Like, they had to sell off all their IPs to a subsidiary company in order to avoid complete insolvency and totally fall apart. China is going to come in there. Do you think that we are ever going to get a single, even fraction of giving a fuck about any Western social issue now from Tencent? Do you think Tencent is even going to give 1% of the fuck about any of these things? Absolutely not. China is going to fix this problem. Everything is going to be totally fine, okay, guys? Yeah, communism is going to control them. Well, hey, this might just be the first communism W that we've had in a long time. And so, yeah, they'll just get bought by Tencent, right? Yeah, exactly. They closed the main studio in San Francisco. Is that true? Oh, yep, they're done. That's it. Well, there we go, guys. And that's it. This is, guys, I want you to understand this. This is an absolute, unequivocal, complete Chud victory. The Chuds have killed this game. They've killed this company. And they have killed the ideas behind it. They've totally destroyed it. It's done. Creative Director Expedition 33 came from Ubisoft San Francisco. Yep, that's right. You let them go. And now they're free to do their own thing. And so, yep, there we go. China, Chuds win again. Gaslighters won't care. They will just press on as if this didn't happen. That's why Disney launched Snow White a second time in theaters to fail again. I'll bet $10,000 with a guy that likes Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will sell better. Yeah, of course it did. And what's this? Perfect example of a personality over looks. I guarantee you, you know what this is going to be, right? I actually thought about, like, whenever I was involved in Starforge, I was thinking about trying to make a PC like this. So, like, I wanted to make a PC like this and then sell it as, like, a retro build. Like, and call it, like, the Sleeper Cell or something like that, right? And then have it pre-installed with, like, Warcraft 3, Age of Empires 2, Command & Conquer Red Alert, let's see, I'm trying to think, is there anything? Oh, Half-Life 2, and have it installed with all these games. But the problem is that it's a stupid rule, right? There's a stupid rule why we can't do it. StarCraft 1, yes, Mech Warrior 2. But I do think that if we did that, because the kind of guys that have nostalgia for that are software engineers now, we would sell out instantly. I think we would. We would instantly sell out. Yeah, it'd be no problem. Yeah, because they have the money to buy. I'd pay $3K. Exactly. Now, I always wanted to make, this is really what I always wanted to do. I wanted to make a big black box. No LED lights, no flashy bullshit, nothing. Just a literal big black box that plays video games, right? For $1,000. $1,000 PC that can play video games at a higher rate than a PS5 or whatever. It seems like unless NVIDIA, like the best chance that we have is like the 7000 series is like a huge cost reduction. But by that point, inflation will be so high, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't. I'm very sad about that. But I think 1500 might have to be it. It's unrealistic. AMD, you think AMD? I just don't think that we can have high, I don't think you can have high enough quality parts and do it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. You guys know, we all know that we can build a PC for under $1,000. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. But if you're doing a markup as obviously a, you know, as a SI, systems integrator, you have to obviously make a profit on this. You have to make money on it or you can't afford to make them. So with all of those things considered, I don't think that we could do it. I don't think so. Speak with TSMC? Yeah, sure. Let me just go ahead and call him. Starforge has PCs under $1,000? No, but I always wanted us to. Because I thought that would be the thing that... I thought it would effectively... almost like work as like... It wouldn't work this way, but like this is just a metaphor. As like a loss leader, right? Where like these PCs would be so popular that they would spread the brand name by so much that it would cause for us to sell our higher grade PCs that obviously if we're selling at the same margin, we would be making more money proportionally off of, right? Like that was like my logic on it. Because like to me, like, I mean, obviously like, you know, having a big company, making a lot of money, like that's nice. It's nice. But I want to have the PCs that everybody knows about. I want to have the PCs that people like. And like, I care more about, maybe this is like an ego thing, but I would care more about people liking what I'm doing and appreciating it and the popularity of it than making money. I've already got money. I don't need money. I'm fine. So that's it. What if you sell it at a loss? Too high of a gamble. Yeah, too high of a gamble. And also, it would just be too much money. And if we were able to do that, we'd have to have... So that's like that. There's like a meta level idea of like, then you'd have to envision different combinations, right? And like sales. And like maybe you could do it that way, and if you did it as like a partnership with something, then maybe they could eat some of the cost if you're using their thing and then you're using a project. Like there are ways that you can do that and make it make sense, and good ideas are sustainable in time. Yeah, but I am not a believer in selling at a loss. I think that if you sell at a loss, you are operating waiting to fail. You have to sell at a profit. You cannot sell at a loss. Unless you're doing something like, unless you're like a Walmart style Costco hot dog, but the thing is that you can't buy a Costco hot dog until you buy a membership at Costco. So that doesn't even make sense either. Not true? Okay, well, most of the people that are buying them have memberships, right? That's still the point. But that is a good point. I didn't know that. I assumed that you did. I've been to Costco one time.